Hi everybody, welcome to this episode of Tommy Maroon Sports Show. It is episode number 49, which means we are one episode away from 50, which is absolutely crazy to think. And it will be about the 1 year anniversary of this show. So of course, we're going to try to get a lot of stuff to talk about here today, which includes golf, NASCAR, and the brand new Madden trailer. And you know that I have a lot to talk about with Madden, but of course before that, we need to get to golfing. Now, that's right, the PGA Tour has come back without any fans. Where is it starting? It's starting right there at the Colonial Country Club in Fort Worth, Texas. It's the Charles Schwab Challenge. It's been playing golf since 1946. This year it had 120 golfers. The par consists of 70, and of course, usually it's set in May, but because of the virus, golf was put on hold for 3 months, but golf has become what bowling is, what the UFC's done, what NASCAR's done. They've come back. They've come back without fans like many sports, but you know what? It's something we can look forward to. Of course, we've seen a lot of golfing here, and it's gained a lot of attention. Of course, the standings for the Colonial Challenge, or Charles Schwab Challenge, Daniel Berger won that one in a tiebreaker over Colin Morikawa. Jason Kokrak tied for second, along with Bryson DeChambeau, Jason Day, and Alexander Schauffele. Let me see if I mispronounced them. They all had 14 under par. And Bubba Watson and Patrick Reed had 13 under par, while Gary Woodland had a 12 under par. A lot of close action right there, of course, with no Masters and none of that stuff. We finally get golf, and it was close and it was action-packed. And while there were no fans to cheer them on, they enjoyed it. Morikawa was putting from downtown a lot of the times. And Jordan Spieth was doing good for the most part, but he kind of fell down towards the end. Now look at that good shot right there. And Jordan Spieth had his struggles, of course. He was doing really good. I mean, look at those putts. But it was towards the end in which he was starting to tail off. Not enough, unfortunately. And, of course, just so much excitement. And, of course, Alexander Schauffele was putting like crazy. He was getting all the deep putts, and then misses a 3-foot putt in the 17th hole, and he fails to make the playoff tiebreaker, which came down to Berger and Morikawa, in which Berger won that one. It was way action-packed. Oh boy, everyone enjoyed it. Of course, everyone likes it. Golf is back. Golf is looking good. We'll see what happens, of course. NASCAR, of course, has been going. They've been up and roaring. I mean, it's got a point in which NASCAR is back in full swing. I mean, they had Martinsville last Wednesday, in which Martin Truex Jr. won it. And Joey Logano took home stage 1, and Jimmy Johnson took home stage 2. And meanwhile, Austin Dillon and his wife had a little baby. Of course, congratulations to the Austin Dillon family. Must be very happy and exciting for them. Yes, I have to admit that. And of course, we saw a lot of excitement. Joey Logano put up 51 total points during the race, which was the most out of everyone. And Martin Truex Jr. had 132 laps. Of course, there was a lot of excitement in Martinsville. A .526 mile course in which it was quick, action-packed, 500 laps. But Martin Truex Jr. won the race. And of course, the next Sunday, we went to Homestead, Miami. Now, in case you don't know, the Homestead, Miami Speedway usually holds the final race of the season. But this year, because of the virus and rescheduling, it will be a mid-season race, and the final race of the season will be in Phoenix. That's right, the Phoenix Speedway, I believe. And there were a lot of delays because if you could tell right there, there was a big overcast. In fact, There were a few red flags during the race, but luckily they finished it as Denny Hamlin won all the stages, including the victory. And by the end of the race, it was about 10:45, and luckily they got through that whole race. Hamlin won his third race of the campaign, and that's this season too. Of course, the other two were the Daytona 500 and the second race at Darlington, because in case you don't know, they have been doubling up on a lot of races. And of course, towards the end, Denny Hamlin, Ryan Blaney, Chase Elliott, and Tyler Reddick, those top four right there on your screen, it really came down to those four. And of course, guys like Eric Almirola were like 12 seconds back on first place and about 10 seconds in between Almirola and Reddick. And Joey Logano and Alex Bowman, who were hanging in it and doing really well for the most part, saw themselves go way down and lost a significant amount of ground with long pits. And Denny Hamlin led 137 of the 267 laps, more than everyone else combined, and had 60 points. Denny Hamlin has been having a great season so far. He might win the NASCAR Cup Series, but of course, for NASCAR Cup Series, we need to look at the standings, which, in a recap, I should say, Kevin Harvick is winning with 463 points. He won in 2014. Kevin Harvick is definitely a great racer. Chase Elliott is in second place. Joey Logano in third. Denny Hamlin leads everyone with 3 wins. And no racer has started off in first place yet. Of course, in case you don't know, it's no longer qualification. Instead, they do a random generator for it to see who finishes in first. And Kevin Harvick has 9 top 10s. Kevin Harvick, and Kevin Harvick. He has really been the go-to guy all season long in NASCAR, I have to admit it. So what's going to happen next? A lot of excitement in NASCAR, I can guarantee you that. Their season is going, it's going, and guess what? Fans are back. That's right, in Homestead, Miami, about 1,000 fans were allowed there at the Speedway to watch the race, which meant it's the first time since March that fans were allowed back. And their goal is that for the All-Star race in Bristol to have a good amount of fans, a lot of fans there. So the question is, will they get it? I don't know. But what I do know is that NASCAR is really running. Its ratings are going up. You know what? If the coronavirus has done one good thing, it's that it's helped out NASCAR. I mean, who would have thought NASCAR would have been the big sport 2020? I wouldn't have. But anyways, now it's time for me getting angry. I mean, me talking about Madden 21. Because Madden 21's trailer just came out. And of course, it introduces, quote, new features. And I use new features in quotation marks because they're not really new. And it's the same thing every single year. And of course, there's the ball carrier skill stick. Say that 10 times fast. Sounds a lot like the highlight stick that I believe was used in Madden 07 with Seahawks legend Sean Alexander on the cover. And a new pass rush control. Looks like the same thing they've been doing for the last 10 years or something. And realistic open field tackling. Obviously that is not true because EA Sports and Madden is not even close to realistic. And user-controlled celebrations are in there, which is pretty funny because I remember there were user celebrations from years past. 2K did it. Like if I score a touchdown in 2K, I hit a button and you know what, I just do a celebration. And of course, even though they don't say in the trailer, there will be more Ultimate Team because EA definitely really wants to steal your money. But don't worry, all their money goes to the EA Sports Foundation. And the EA Sports Foundation gives money to themselves. It's a scam. And of course, here are things that they did not mention in the trailer, but will definitely be in Madden 21. Little game modes, which means nothing about Madden that made Madden great back then will be there. Probably, I don't know about this, but there may be another cutscene-based mode like Long Shot Homecoming, the terrible Long Shot sequel, and Face of the Franchise, or the Long Shot payoff nobody asked for. And CinemaSins definitely needs to parody it. Everything wrong with Madden 21 cutscene thing in 50 minutes or less, because it's going to be ridiculous. Spoilers, but not that it matters. And of course, what else is going to be there? Ultimate Team Cheese. Want this 99 overall guy? Pay us $20. Want this cool new pack? Pay us $20. That's right. Want this new elite guy? Pay us money. Give us money. Give us money. Give us money. Give us money. I'm sorry, I'm being EA right now. Bad AI. That's every year. Halfback stretch spamming. That's right, halfback stretch spamming. They run to the right side. Remember the... And it's not going to be like the Sonic movie, like what I see right there, that Sonic movie meme, in which Sonic movie started off like everyone thought was going to be bad, but it made a great comeback and turned out to be a good movie. No, look at what EA Sports says when their fans complain about the same game. I'm sorry, sir, what's your name? Bangton. Nobody cares, like Dr. Robotnik said. Halfback stretch spamming, the most broken play in Madden. Of course, in the Madden Championship a little while ago, the guy who won it only ran the whole time. Most of the time he was doing halfback stretches. You don't need a good ultimate team to win. You need the halfback stretch. If you're going to pass, wheel route it, angle route it. The AI cannot do it. That is how you win. And user picks, which involve the defender jumping 10 feet in the air and 100 miles per hour going straight up, straight down. And the best ultimate teams having the same players. I think we all know, if we have watched the Man Championship Series, every team has the same players. And it's just unfair. You've wasted hundreds of dollars while EA laughs at you and counts the amount of money they made out of people who wasted it. Not to mention more animations. And with more animations come less physics, because EA doesn't know what physics are. And of course, glitches, and glitches. There are some glitches right here in the trailer. I want you to watch number 34 for Steelers. She is going to jump. Watch him. He just does nothing. 34 just jumped. He just jumped, and you're going to watch Fred Warner soon for the San Francisco 49ers. He's just going to glitch through his fellow defenders. If we'll get there anytime soon. And, hold on, it's going to come in a minute. Right there, watch Fred Warner. He just went right through him. And then Joey Bosa is going to rip the ball out of the quarterback's hands. I've never seen that before in Madden. And if it is something new, it's probably going to happen half the time, because that's what happens with EA. Now, you may say that, oh, Madden 21 will be better than Madden 20, but you know what other games are better than Madden 20? You know what other games are better than Madden 21? Big rigs, over the road racing, above the road, under the road. Who knows? A desert bus in which you drive a bus for 8 hours doing nothing. Sonic 06, in which there's a princess who's a human kissing Sonic. I swear to God, that is not fan fiction. That is an actual video game. Life of Black Tiger on the PlayStation 4. Hong Kong 97. Need I say more? I mean, what's better, playing as Bruce Lee's relative or playing as glitched out Madden players? Crazy Bus, which is you just driving a bus with an ear-piercing theme. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, in which you have Dr. Jekyll, who walks at the slowest rate, bombs 20 feet away from him, still attack him and throw him backwards. He can't attack anything except for a bug. Plumbers don't wear ties. Any Nintendo CDI game, like, does that resemble Mario or Luigi whatsoever? They look fat to me. ET 2600. That's right, I would rather play games that they had to bury in the desert than play Madden. Superman 64, what's better, flying through rings or complaining about the same glitched out game every year? Action 52 has 52 games. Madden has like 3 game modes. Jurassic Park Trespasser, Top Gun, the NES, in which you cannot land the plane. You're always going to fall short. And Shaq Fu. And every game, I believe, has been reviewed by the Angry Video Game Nerd. So you know what that means? The Angry Video Game Nerd needs to review Madden. Yes, review Madden one day. So my final thoughts about this. It's going to be the worst Madden ever. That's right, put that on my Twitter page. Worst Madden ever. I am still going to buy it next year and waste money. It's the same garbage man makes every year. There are, once again, no changes to help the franchise mode. And some people out there will waste $60 on the same thing. People will realize that EA Sports is dumb and they don't care. Others will waste hundreds of dollars on their Ultimate Team. And EA wins, customers lose. That's how video games work nowadays, at least for EA. Players will complain about their rings. Hey, listen up to, if you play in the NFL, don't complain about your ratings. You're complaining about a game that is awful, atrocious. And man defenders are going to be scrapping the bottom of the barrel just to find something good out of this game. They'll say, oh, get good at the game. You know how you get good at the game? Halfback stretches, halfback wheel routes, halfback ankle routes. It takes no talent. Swear to God, no talent to win Madden. It's just going to be terrible. This will be the most successful Madden ever because people are still going to buy this. There is no other Madden game to play. No Madden cards, no good franchise mode, no minicamp, no Tony Bruno, no Madden moments, no creative team, no classic teams, 2-man drill, and way too much more. Come on, we're telling you, EA, to make a game. Why don't you listen to the fans? And this will probably, and unfortunately, with the virus, this might be the closest thing we'll get to a football game this year, unfortunately, which is bad. How many times do I have to repeat this? Listen up. Listen up. Don't play Madden 2021. Play Madden 2003. Play Madden 2004. Play Madden 2005. Those games may be older. They may have worse graphics, but you know what? They're way better than the current state of Madden. You know how it feels like for people to yell at EA? It's almost as if this is EA, a brick wall. And we're just yelling at EA over and over and over and over and over again. You know what the result is? The brick wall's not going to talk to us. The brick wall couldn't care less. If I continue to yell at it, I'm going to get nowhere. This is the sad part about EA. They're not going to change. Isn't that right, brick wall? He said yes, by the way. Yeah, so that's what I think about Madden 21. That's what a lot of people think. So much negativity about Madden 21. And if you're going to buy it, don't. Don't. If your parents are going to buy it for you, don't. Don't tell Santa Claus you want this game for Christmas. Why should Santa Claus waste money on Madden? I feel bad for Santa Claus, too. Poor Santa. To all those kids. But anyways, that's it. We're going to look at previews for my next episodes. Episode 50 is going to be celebrating it and looking back at about 1 year of this talk show and how great it has been. Episode 51 is going to be about the NPB going in Japan. 52 will be about the MLS coming back. That's right, I'm talking about soccer. What have I come to? Episodes 53 and 54 will probably be cycling through those same sports. And episode 55 will be previewing the NBA, which is finally coming back, unlike the MLB, in which the owners and players and commissioners are so unlikable. This should get me into August with a good game plan. And of course, this August, I really hope there will be a high school football season. Now, I'm unsure about this, but I will still plan as if we are going to. So, while everything may be uncertain about high school football and stuff, we will see what happens. So, until then, stay safe, stay inside, and have fun. Till then, so long.